Our story kicks off on a typical summer morning in a rundown apartment complex, the kind where you can hear your neighbors fan through the wall. It's here that we meet our protagonist, Min Jun. From the messy room and stacked instant noodle cups, you can tell, this guy's a full-time gamer and part-time student. Last night was lit for Min Jun. Hours of gaming, energy drinks, and trash talk. His PC is still humming beside him, screensaver glowing. But his peaceful slumber doesn't last long. An obnoxious alarm pierces through the silence, shattering his dream of finally winning that boss fight. Like the rest of us, he groans, grits his teeth, and blindly fumbles for his phone. With school calling, Min Jun drags himself out of bed, still half asleep and regretting every decision he made the night before. He stumbles toward the kitchen, hoping for some kind of miracle. Instead, he finds a note slapped on the fridge. It's from his mom. She's already left for work. The message: "You're on your own today." Great. Another solo mission. After slipping into his uniform and grabbing his bag, Min Jun steps out of his dimly lit apartment. The hallway is quiet, the air heavy with the scent of old paint and damp concrete. As he walks through the crumbling streets of his rundown neighborhood, his eyes drift upward, to a towering luxury high-rise across the road. It's a stark contrast, like two different worlds standing side by side. Inside those glass walls are kids his age, living lives filled with comfort and privilege, while he's stuck surviving in the slums, drowning in a reality he never chose. Still, Min Jun knows that resentment won't change anything. With a deep breath, he pushes forward toward school, sang in high school. But if you're thinking things get better there, you'd be wrong. Min Jun's school life is just another battlefield. The usual suspects, bullies who get off on making his life miserable, are always waiting. And today's no different. After a few snide comments and a well-placed shove, he's on the floor again. Leading the pack is Park Song-bin, 18, second year, class 3. A textbook sadist with too much free time. As Song-bin laughs and mocks him, a sharp voice slices through the noise. Everyone freezes. A girl steps forward, flanked by her usual clique. She's beautiful, confident, and clearly unimpressed by Song-bin's antics. She calls him out for bullying the weak again, even though she doesn't exactly think highly of Min Jun herself. Still, she believes this kind of behavior just drags the school's name through the mud. Her name, Yana. Also 18, also from class 3. And when she talks, people listen. Even Song-bin. Suddenly, he changes his tone, pretending to be friendly with Min Jun, treating him like a class mascot. But the damage is done, and Yana isn't buying it. She reminds him that if he wants to act like a thug, he should do it off campus. This is a school, not his personal playground. Song-bin fires back, accusing Yana of being just as hateful toward Min Jun, so what's with the holier-than-thou attitude? Yana shrugs it off. She admits Min Jun's pathetic in her eyes, sure. But unlike Song-bin, she's never laid a hand on him. That's the difference. Turns out, Yana and Min Jun have known each other since middle school, just like Song-bin has. There's history here, complicated and messy. Trying to change the subject, Song-bin invites Yana to meet someone new with him. She doesn't even hesitate before rejecting him. The last time she followed him somewhere, he took her to Min Jun's unfinished apartment, a cramped, smelly place that reeked of poverty and disappointment. Yeah, she's not making that mistake again. Yana's not about to repeat that mistake. One visit to Min Jun's crumbling apartment was enough. She's a girl who lives like royalty, and she acts like it too. Turns out, the very high-rise Min Jun stares at every morning. That's her kingdom. Her father's a hospital director. Her mother, a high-ranking professional. She was born into privilege, the kind of life Min Jun can only dream of. She's the kind of girl who updates her social media daily with picture-perfect photos, and every single post racks up likes from her classmates. Everyone at school either admires her, or wants to be her. Top of her class, face of an idol, future Ivy League student, she's got the whole school talking. Rumor has it she's headed to the US next year to study abroad. Perfection, right. But even someone like Yana has a flaw. One massive, deep-rooted flaw. She despises poor, weak boys. And if there's anyone who embodies that combination perfectly, it's Min Jun. Flashback to 8th grade. Min Jun and Yana shared the same classroom back then. One day, with trembling hands and a racing heart, Minjun finally worked up the courage to speak to her. Her response: cold, sharp, cruel. She looked at him like he was an insect. To her, he was a sweaty little pest, buzzing around her life, unwanted and annoying. Even though they lived on the same route home, she couldn't stand walking beside him. The final straw, she told him, straight-faced, to take a different path, because she couldn't bear his smell. That day, something shattered inside Minjun. Not his feelings, oh no, those stayed. What broke was the illusion that Yana might see him as human. Ironically, he always noticed how good she smelled. To him, it wasn't just perfume, it was the scent of luxury, of money, of a life he'd never know. Most people, after being humiliated like that, would have walked away. Would have grown bitter. Would have hated her. But not Minjun. His loyalty. Unshakable. Irrational. He kept sitting next to her in class, even as her words chipped away at his dignity. Day after day. Year after year. Same school. Same class. Same cruel girl. Same hopeless, one-sided love. Sometimes, he wonders if he's lost his mind. Why do I still like her? Why do I care about someone who clearly wishes I'd disappear? This is Minjun's reality. Bullied by Song Bin. Emotionally gutted by Yana. And somehow, still holding on. Welcome to his life, a daily grind of heartbreak, humiliation, and hopeless devotion. Cut to lunch break. Minjun, isolated from the school's social elite, is killing time with the only two people who actually acknowledge his existence. They're full-blown otakus. The round one, Bone Jr., a walking anime encyclopedia, is passionately debating waifus. The skinny one, Basaho, used to be like him, until life hit pause on his fandom. These days, Basaho's just here for the company. No new anime, no updates. Minjun, he barely speaks, just sits there like a background character in his own life. They're 18, just like Minjun, but in different classes. And despite their quirks, they're the only people he can even pretend to connect with. Here's the twist though, they're not bullied. Not like him. Minjun watches them joke around freely, untouched by the social hierarchy that crushes him daily. He envies them, deeply. It doesn't make sense, but to him, they're just lucky. While he's constantly targeted, they drift under the radar, invisible, safe, free. His brooding spiral gets interrupted when they casually invite him to a Lumina concert. 2 extra tickets. A chance to go out, live a little. The idol plastered on the poster. Gorgeous. A dream girl to most guys their age. But to Minjun, meh. He doesn't even blink. He's done with idols. With fantasies. With caring. That spark, the one that used to light up his dull days, it's long gone. Bone Jr. and Basaho exchange glances. Something's off. Minjun's been looking like a ghost lately, empty-eyed, silent, disconnected. As they head off, they throw out a few jokes to lighten the mood, the kind only real friends can get away with. But even they don't understand what he's carrying. Back in class, Minjun zones out, silently begging for the school day to end. But then, a commotion. Sabin and his gang are running their mouths again. They're talking about some new guy, apparently had the audacity to stare down Sabin's whole crew. Word is, he looked like he walked out of a fight club. Turns out he's a transfer student from North Korea. Alone. No family. Just rumors and trauma. And Sabin, he's spinning it all into mockery. You really ditched your parents and ran. Sabin scoffs. His lackeys laugh. The classroom fills with cruel echoes. But someone hears everything. Someone who won't stay quiet. Kangol. And when Song Bin opens his mouth again, well, let's just say, he won't be laughing for long. Akul stares at him like he's nothing. Song grabs him by the collar, but the Sigma doesn't even flinch at the aggressive move. He simply suggests that Song Bin shouldn't badmouth others unless he's ready to face the consequences. Song Bin refuses to let go. But before things spiral into complete chaos, one of his lackeys steps in to calm him down. Eventually, Song Bin releases Kule, but not before threatening his life. Meanwhile, Minjun just sits silently in the background, watching everything unfold. He wonders when he'll finally be free from this hellish school. After class, Minjun walks home, his mind spinning with dark thoughts. He's seriously considering dropping out entirely. It feels like his only escape from this miserable life. He's already made up his mind, there's no turning back. That's when Bin and his goons appear again, crossing his path. Strangely, they seem pleased to see him. Song demands cigarettes and orders Min Jun to ask a nearby woman to buy them from the convenience store. After all, they're underage and can't buy them themselves. Of course, Min Jun sees through the ploy, just another excuse for Song Bin to bully him. But this time, he's had enough. Instead of putting up with it, he ignores them and continues walking. Song, enraged by being dismissed, has his thugs beat Min Jun and drag him to an abandoned construction site. Song grabs a brick and repeatedly smashes it against Min Jun's head. They hope the beating will force him into submission. But Min Jun has reached his breaking point. With a broken, defeated voice, he tells Song to just kill him. He's lost the will to live. Death seems like the only way out. For some reason, this only enrages Song more. He lashes out again, kicking Min Jun one final time before walking away. But before he leaves, he issues one last threat. If Min Jun ever attempts suicide and dares mention them in a note, he promises to track down and kill Min Jun's mother. With that, they leave Min Jun battered and broken at the construction site. The first light of dawn begins to rise. As Min Jun limps home, the only thought in his mind is wishing the world would just end by morning. But deep down, he knows it won't. With no hope left in sight, Min Jun makes a decision. If nothing in this world will change, then maybe it's time to leave it behind. His eyes drift toward the luxury apartment complex he's always admired from afar. If he jumps from the top, it'll all be over in minutes. Resolved, he heads toward the building, each step heavy with finality. But fate throws in one last twist. That's when he runs into Yana, the one girl who seems to loathe him more than anyone else. Yana's irritation is immediate. Just the sight of Min Jun sets her off. She demands to know what he's doing there. This isn't his neighborhood. And judging by the state he's in, she's certain he's not delivering packages. He's bruised, battered, and barely standing. To her, he looks more like someone planning a robbery than a kid from school. Then it clicks. She remembers, Min Jun isn't even worth suspecting. He's pathetic, weak, a doormat. That's exactly why he came here. To end it. But instead of letting him be, Yana starts digging. She eyes his busted face, wondering who beat him up this time. And of course, Min Jun, as always, didn't fight back. Her anger flares. Why do you let them walk all over you? She snaps. Why don't you ever fight back? She rants, insult after insult, not even realizing she might be the only one who's ever actually acknowledged his pain. Eventually, Min Jun can't take it anymore. He turns and walks away from the building, shoulders slumped. Yana shouts after him, still furious that he's ignoring her. But when he doesn't look back, she gives up, muttering that they'll finish this talk tomorrow. That night, Min Jun returns to his tiny, suffocating apartment. The air is thick, the walls are stained, and the room reeks of damp despair. He boots up his old PC, puts on his headphones, and loses himself in video games, his only real escape. As the pixels flicker across the screen, her words echo in his mind. She wasn't wrong. He really has become the pathetic loser she described. And worst of all, he thinks, maybe he deserves it. Min Jun's made up his mind, he's done with school. With life crumbling around him, all he wants now is to support his struggling mother. No more bullying. No more pointless days. Starting tomorrow, he plans to get a job. As night falls, he escapes reality the only way he knows how, by diving headfirst into his favorite FPS game. He's completely immersed, mowing down wave after wave of zombies in a digital battlefield. Everything seems normal, until his friends in the live chat start logging off. Confused, Min Jun checks the time. It's only 10 p.m., way too early for his squad to bail. Then, someone drops a chilling reminder. Did you forget the outbreak? His friends start talking about the breaking news. The chaos outside isn't just on the screen anymore, it's real. Min Jun freezes as the realization sinks in. And almost like destiny, a loud noise breaks the silence from outside his door. He cautiously walks over to investigate, just as someone starts pounding on the front door. Peering through the peephole, he spots one of his upstairs neighbors. The man's voice is trembling, begging him to open up. Min Jun hesitates. The guy's a known drunk, probably just wasted again. Reluctantly, he cracks open the door. Only to regret it instantly. The man is soaked in blood, barely recognizable. Something is terribly wrong. Min Jun freezes. The man's body is torn apart, his stomach shredded like paper. And still, Min Jun thinks maybe he's just seriously injured. He considers calling emergency services, but before he can move, the man unleashes a terrifying, inhuman scream, then lunges straight at Min Jun. The two crash to the ground in a violent scuffle. The thing, no longer human, is on top of him. Min Jun kicks him off and scrambles back, heart pounding out of his chest. He slams the door shut and locks it, gasping for breath. That wasn't my neighbor anymore. In a panic, he reaches for his phone, trying to call for help, but there's no signal. That's when he notices the flashing red alert on his screen. Nationwide emergency. Seoul is under attack. The message is clear. Stay indoors. Do not engage. Unknown assailants on the loose. Suddenly, a roar echoes from above, his upstairs neighbors. Screams, crashing, destruction. The apocalypse is here. Min Jun peeks out his window. What he sees chills him to the bone. People, tearing each other apart in the streets. And there he is, his zombified neighbor, roaming again, hunting. The nightmare's not over. Min Jun clutches his chest. Mom, where are you? A new horror sets in, he has to find her. And that's where we leave off. Plot twists dropped, power levels shattered, and the stakes higher than ever. If your heart's racing and you're hungry for more, don't just sit there. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next mind-blowing recap. This is grancalord-manhwa Recap, where every panel hits harder, and every episode keeps you on the edge. Stay sharp, stay hyped, and I'll see you in the next one.